What's up, guys? Hades here. Today we're talking about Poseidon 5-star. Is it good enough to compete? Is it viable, or does he need to be maxed out to be used? So I just spun the wheel this weekend and I got him from 4 to 5-star, and that unlocked me a new skill slot. Now I've tried out a couple and I want to show you some of the results and kind of what I think is viable with him or not. So I chose Demonic and Blade Vortex. I also tried Demonic with FM because I was losing to a lot of con and hybrid teams because I just couldn't get the healing, and if he loses the damage then he just loses. I'm gonna try some more in the future, but I have 2 setup tries today. Now I'm a little sad with the results, mainly because everyone's getting so strong so quickly with the new skills. Almost everyone has Spring of Life, Energy Shield, Web, and that's really putting a hindrance on my Poseidon. Something I'm going to have to consider is putting Fighting Master on him so that he can start right away without taking all the stuns or the silences, but that's something to try for the future. Now let's go look at the data and kind of what's happened and my setup just to give some context. So I'm running a Alex with Thunder as the lead, just to soften up whatever comes next, and then I have the main second. The powers are just all over the place right now. I haven't been able to max a lot of things, but you know, we're all in our own spot and that's just the way it is. Now I had to remove Alex for Poseidon. At max level, of course, Poseidon is a much stronger carry. And in the first setup I run double support. It feels terrible. I switch it up and I get a little more success. I will continue to switch it up and I'll probably try a few more in this video. So I have 2 recent victories on defense, which is cool, but I was attacking the middle player and just lose. So from here onwards, it's just all brand new from yesterday. You can see I did it right at reset yesterday when I got it. All these players are, I believe, Triss users at this point, so they're all spenders, so they're all getting strong. But let's look at the data. So my main team does very good. I'm very happy with kind of how this is performing. It wins very quick, even though it's 2-2 and, like, you know, it's pretty similar. It just crushes, and then it even beats a 4 for water. And then we get to the main, right? His main is a Himiko Earth, which most people are using nowadays. He's got all this, got a lot of the goodies, and I get crushed, right? And the main problem here is Alex versus Poseidon is just not a good matchup. Alex does so much single target damage, even though he has spread damage. He's blocking a bunch with his physical shield, and there's just not a whole lot I can do. You can see I do a bunch of damage, and I have the Theodora's Xeno double heal combo, but it's just not enough. I'm healing a ton and I'm not doing a whole lot back. In my first few tests, it looked like this. Obviously this was not ideal against Himiko, but I was on my phone at my mom's house and I didn't want to do a ton of research before the matches, so I just kind of went in blindly, knowing there's a bunch of hybrid players and I didn't want to lose to them, so I tried this first. As you can see here, clearly not successful. Next player, this is a Thunder player, and you can see here I beat his Earth pretty good. He is using 1, 2, 3, 4 Triss skills, so this is a pretty good report. I'm liking the 55 million. Kind of want to watch this just to see how much he kind of goes off. Now, of course, my name is Hades, and Poseidon is a brother of Hades, but I've liked Poseidon as a character for a very long time. I really love what he does in the game. You can see the shark bites them, which means they are unable to gain shields 50% of the time, and against a Charles, that is fantastic. In this current meta, tons of people use Earth, lots of people use Charles. It's very good, and honestly, it's really unideal to be in front of his Alex here. because Alex is, you know, doing all the single target damage. I do have side assist, and he can't stop my double healing, right? I got double healers. He can't stop it. So this is a perfect matchup for me. It's a really long match. And there now finally demonic with the whale is really kicking in. And yeah, I'm going to win it from here pretty easily. Just wanted to see kind of how that played out. But yeah, too much shielding for him. Too much healing. He just couldn't handle it. Now, he's a very strong player and also has an 8/8 Thunder. And you can see here, I get smoked. Like, it's not even close. I do nothing. This team isn't quite together yet. My Theodore is not all the way up there. I'm still missing Purification. Khan just absolutely dumps on all my healing. You can see here, healing, 71% reduced, right? Like, they're 100% gone. All 3 vitalities gone. All of the Emperor's Favor gone. 70% of the gift, right? So the point is, you run Fighting Master on Khan, you just counter a lot of the healing teams, which I have recommended to many people in the past about Khan. Now I get my first win here in my little testing session, and again it's against an Alex Himiko. Again, unlucky with the Poseidon right in front of the Alex, and this is of course not the right skill to have. So if I had switched this skill, I would have done a lot more, and it would have been much more effective. As you can see, 42 mil from mine and almost 40 from his Himiko, because I'm healing and shielding so much that they have to do more damage. So not bad there. And then we get a pretty good report here. He crushes my main, and then I beat him, but I get timed out. And the big timeout is I just don't have enough stats. I don't have the artifact. He can't get enough damage out fast enough, right? That third slot's missing. This could have been something better. And then, of course, this would have been an easy win, and I would have probably beat his, or at least I would have chunked this and won after. So not a great report there. Here, terrible report. This is exactly what I didn't want to do. And of course, I swapped off the DM right before the first hybrid player. I don't have every team memorized. I haven't done a ton of my own research. I actually help others a lot more than I help myself. And of course, I'm deep into the experimental phases here. Of course, I just got all my healing countered on this one. 80% gone, 70% gone. Terrible matchup. I have Poseidon in front of Alex, Barca hitting my carry. Just like, could not position this worse, could not put worse skills, you know. And of course, I was not scouting before playing. Just kind of wanted to click it and go and see. And of course, I match up against another hybrid player. Same exact thing. Alex blind up on him. I'm not using the right skills. So again, not a very good outcome. I get my second win here. Lost here, won against the 1/2 Thunder, and then I did beat an 8/8 Earth, but he's a little bit on the lower side of the spender, so it wasn't very impressive. Going into the next one, I do get a pretty decent win on a 1/1, but then I get crushed by a Khan Earth. Of course, this is the worst matchup. Mirror, Alex crushing my Poseidon, and getting denied with the heals. Of course, I'm going to lose that. And then the final test of the session, I run into another Khan with Fighting Master and get crushed. Now, I did take 2 defense wins. I have not looked at these yet. Same player? No, different player. Similar build. So I beat the Khan here after they took a bit of damage here, which is kind of relieving. But oh yeah, I switched to Himiko, which did make a pretty good difference for me, because now Himiko can put either Kin or Khan in the realm potentially, which means they won't be getting all that healing debuff, which makes this team so much more viable. Also, I have her maxed out and 30 star, which makes my team quite a bit stronger like this. I've liked this variation quite a bit more. It's a little more balanced, and of course it's pretty successful here. Then I got one more defense in the morning, which makes me quite happy because I believe this is a main march. I might even want to watch this one. Yeah, he's starting to get a lot of the skills. He's got even fighting master. So yeah, let's watch this one before we end the video and just kind of see what Poseidon's potential is here. We've seen him have quite a bit of good damage. Nothing particularly impressive. You'll see lots of mains doing 60 to 80 million every match. But then, of course, you need 3 skills to do that with the artifact and all the goodies, which I don't quite have yet. But we're working our way there. You can see his Hammurabi gets put in the realm, which really stunts his damage. And having a secondary carry really is helping a lot against a lot of these teams. You can see the whale or the shark doing a lot of damage, and Himiko is just so good into the thunder because the front line does no damage, so Poseidon's not under a big threat, right? You put the mage in the realm, and then you only have to worry about Khan, and so yeah, I'm gonna win it like that. Makes a lot of sense. Final thoughts: Poseidon 5-star. Yes, he's viable. Is he better than full maxed out Alex? No, absolutely not. I've used Alex a lot. He's so much better as maxed with artifact, maxed out. You know, Alex's power with when he's in the earth is like 10,000, and you can see my Poseidon's attack is only about 6,700. So he's missing a ton of stats. It's not quite good enough yet. So I do not recommend trying to go 5-star and slap him in. Unless you're way ahead on your server, it would be fun, but if you're on a strong server and everyone's kind of got trick skills, it's not going to work. Proof's kind of in the pudding here. Not great. I mean, of course, my skills weren't quite optimal. I'm sure I could make it optimal, but I'm really like forcing it, right? Once you have all the correct stuff, when he's 7, when you have Athena, then it's going to work much, much better. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. I'll probably do another video like this when he's 7, seeing if he's viable in Earth as a first option. Most people go Loki first or Athena first, which I think is more intelligent. I just want it to be unique. But yeah, if you guys like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.